Morning everyone. Myself Anubhuti Saxena. I'm pure science teacher. Today I'm going to start model test paper 1 part 2. As you know, we had completed our all syllabus of first term lesson 1 to lesson 6. Now we are doing model test paper based on it. In first part, we have discussed some exercises. Now, we are going to start the question answers. Let's start. First question is, define the terms. A. Cavity. A hole in the tooth is called cavity. A hole in the tooth is called cavity. B. Omnivorous. Omnivorous. Animals that eat both plants and plant parts are called omnivorous. Animals that eat both plants and plants part are called omnivorous. C. Digestion. Digestion. The process of breaking down food into simple soluble form which the body can use is called digestion. The process of breaking down food into simple soluble form which the body can use is called digestion. D. Excretion. Excretion. The process by which wastes are removed from the body is called excretion. The process by which wastes are removed from the body is called excretion. E part. Balanced diet. A diet that contains all the nutrients, water and roughage in the right proportions is called balanced diet. A diet that contains all the nutrients, water and roughage in the right proportion is called balanced diet. E. Transpiration. Transpiration, the process by which plants give out extra water in the form of water vapor through the stomata is called transpiration. The process by which plants give out extra water in the form of water vapor through the stomata is called transpiration. Next question. Answer the following questions. Question number 1. Explain the process of photosynthesis. Explain the process of photosynthesis. The process by which green plants make their own food is called photosynthesis. The process by which green plants make their own food is called photosynthesis. Question number 2. Distinguish between taproot and fibrous root. Distinguish between taproot and fibrous root. Answer is taproot. First point, there is one long main root and with many side roots arising from it. There is one long main root and with many side roots arising from it. For example, trees and shrubs. Trees and shrubs. Fibrous roots. First point, a cluster of small, nearly same-sized roots arise from the end of the stem. A cluster of small, nearly same-sized roots arise from the end of the stem. For example, wheat, grass, and sugar cane. So taproots are the main root, one long main root and with many side roots arising from it. And fibrous roots are a cluster of small, nearly same sized roots and arise from the end of the stem. So examples of taproots are trees and shrubs, and examples of fibrous roots are wheat, grass, and sugar cane. Question number 3. What happens to the food in the small intestine? What happens to the food in the small intestine? The digested food is absorbed by the blood in the small intestine. The digestive food is absorbed by the blood in the small intestine. The digested food is absorbed by the blood in the small intestine. Question number 4. Write 3 ways to keep your digestive system healthy. Write 3 ways to keep your digestive system healthy. Answer is 3 ways to keep our digestive system healthy are: first, eat your meals at fixed times. Eat your meals at fixed times. Second, have plenty of water. Have plenty of water. Third, chew your food properly before swallowing it. Chew your food properly before swallowing it. So 3 ways to keep our digestive system healthy are: first, eat your meals at fixed times. Second, have plenty of water. Third, chew our food properly before swallowing it. Question number 5. How are plants in the hills adapted to survive in the cold climates? How are plants in the hills adapted to survive in the cold climates? Answer is plants in the hills are adapted. Plants in the hills are adapted to survive in the cold climates because first, the leaves are needle-like. The leaves are needle-like. Second, the trees have sloping shape. The trees have sloping shape. Third, they are having cones instead of flowers. They are having cones instead of flowers. Plants in the hills are adapted to survive in the cold climates because the leaves are needle-like. They are having the shape of like needle. So the leaves are needle-like. Second, the trees have sloping shape. The trees have sloping shape due to which the water will slip from the leaves. It can't stay on it. So the trees have sloping shape. Third, they are having cones instead of flowers. Mostly trees are in the shape of cones. They are not having the flowers. So these are the things which plants in the hills are adapted to survive in the cold climates. Question number 6. Distinguish between incisors and canines. Canines and incisors. So canines are sharp and pointed, and incisors are chisel shaped. Canines are sharp and pointed, and incisors are chisel shaped. Canines help to tear the flesh. Incisors help to bite and cut food. Incisors help to bite and cut food. Canines are 4 in all, and incisors are 8 in all. So difference between canines and incisors are canines are sharp and pointed, incisors are chisel shaped. Canines help to tear the flesh, incisors help to bite and cut food. Canines are 4 in all and incisors are 8 in all. Question number 7. How are submerged plants adapted to live in water? How are submerged plants adapted to live in water? Answer is submerged plants are adapted to live in water because submerged plants are adapted to live in water because first, their roots are fixed to the muddy soil. Their roots are fixed to muddy soil. Second, the leaves are narrow and thin with no stomata. The leaves are narrow and thin with no stomata. Third, the stems are flexible as they can bend with floating water. The stems are flexible as they can bend with floating water. First, their roots are fixed to muddy soil. Second, the leaves are narrow and thin with no stomata. Third, The stems are flexible as they can bend with floating water. Next question, label the diagram given below. Here the diagram of excretion is given and you have to label this. First, these are kidneys. Second, this thin pipe, this is ureter. Next, third, this is urinary bladder. And the last, urethra. So kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder and urethra. As we know, kidneys are bean-shaped structure and urine is formed in the kidneys. After that, two thin tubes which we are seeing, two thin tubes called ureters arise from each kidney and they carry urine from the kidney to a bag-like structure which is called urinary bladder. Bag-like structure is urinary bladder. And urine is passed out of the body from an opening that is called urethra. So these are the points: kidney, ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. Next picture is structure of a tooth. Structure of a tooth. We know that a tooth has 3 layers. So here 3 layers are shown. So we will label them: enamel, second one, middle one is dentine and inner pulp. So enamel, it is the outer white covering of a tooth and it protects the tooth from wear and tear. It is the hardest substance in the body. Second, dentine, it is found below the enamel. It is found below the enamel. It is hard and bone-like. It is softer than the enamel. Third, pulp, it is the central part of the tooth. It is soft and has a supply of nerves. You are seeing the nerves in it. Supply of nerves and blood vessels. And it is very soft. So these 3 are the layers of the tooth. Next question. Draw and name one food rich in carbohydrates. As we know that about the carbohydrates, these are called the energy giving foods, and carbohydrates, sugar and starch are the carbohydrates. They give us energy to do work and play and study. So any food we can make the picture. There are so many pictures I had made: bread, banana, potato, rice. These are the food rich in carbohydrates. Vitamin A. So vitamin A, which is very good for our eyes and skin. It keeps our eyes and skin healthy. And vitamin A rich source food is carrot and spinach. Carrot and spinach. So you can make the picture of carrot and spinach. So we can make any one picture. So now our model paper is completed. So thank you, dear students. All of you have to learn all these exercises and question answers in homework and complete this work on the copy. Thank you everyone and have a nice day.